Hi there, my name is Shelagh Fuller. I'm the cello tutor on SScOT. Today we're going to have a look at Pomp and Circumstance March number 4 by Edward Elgar. It's the piece we're going to be playing on Saturday as part of our big online play along, and today I just want to go through the cello parts and just make sure there's nothing in them that's going to trip us all on the big day. Now do send in your videos if you can. Record yourself while you're doing the big play along, so we can have a recording of you playing as well with us. Right, let's go from the start. You've got to pluck from the beginning. Hold your bow like this, sticking up at the ceiling. Have a finger ready, because you only pluck for the first, let me think, up until letter A, the bar before letter A, where it says arco, you're going back to the bow. So have this thing ready to go. Start off with your finger. So we don't start, somebody else in the orchestra starts. So 1, 2, 1. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Rest. Now you bow. And it's quite loud. It's a march, so it's got to be loud and solid. Now, I've just got myself one bar before letter B in a box. If you're playing the hardest cello part, which is about a grade 5 to grade 8 level, you have got this rhythm, the crazy rhythm we call it. It should look something like this. 2/4 time, but I want you to think actually in 4 quavers. And the rhythm is 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Are you bored yet? Okay, so let's put the words in. 2, 3, 4, 1. Take a llama for a walk. 6 notes all together, plus the 7th is in the next bar. So take a llama for a walk. So the way it sounds, 2, 3, 4, 1. Take a llama for a walk. And just watch out, the second last note of that phrase is a 2 on the C string. It's a first finger, bottom D, but it's marked with a sharp. So the only way to make your notes go sharper is to add on a finger. Take a llama for a walk. 2, 3 at that point. And it keeps doing that actually. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. I'll get faster. 2, 3, 4, 1. Then these wee extra notes. See how it does say the words, take a llama for a walk. And so on. That's how that bit goes. Crazy fast. If you're playing the cello part, which is about grade 2 to grade 4 level, you've got a different rhythm at that point, or the easiest cello part. I've both got exactly the same rhythms. They should be slightly different. It's slightly, it's still 2/4 time. You're still thinking in 4 quavers in the bar, and this will be rest, 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The next bit does the same thing. So it's rest, it's an elephant, 2, 3, 4, 1. It's an elephant, 2, 3, 4, 1. It's an elephant. So the music for that, we'll just pop it on the stand, goes like this. This is one bar before B in a box. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 1. It's an elephant. 2, 3, 4, 1. Slower here. 1, 3, 4. Something like 2, 3, 4, 1. It's an elephant. 2, 3, 4, 1. So you need the silly words just to keep yourself in time with the rest of the orchestra, especially since you won't have a desk partner while you're playing along. You'll just have to do it all by yourself. So the next thing we're going to look at, I thought if I stuck with mostly looking at crazy rhythms, there are more than enough to keep us going in this little rehearsal. So if you have letter D now, D for donut, have a look at letter D for donut. If you're on the slightly easier, and I say this with a laugh, cello part, you should have this rhythm. Fish, chips, cottage pie, and it does it again actually. Fish, chips, cottage pie. Okay, so I couldn't draw a cottage pie, so I've drawn a cottage, and this is your fish, which doesn't look like a fish at all. Let's do that again. Fish, chips, cottage pie, and fish, chips, cottage pie. Right, so let me just do that from you. This is letter D in a box. The easier cello part. So play along with me. Cottage pie and fish, chips, cottage pie and cottage pie, cottage pie, cottage pie, cottage pie, cottage pie, cottage pie, cottage pie. Then nice and slow here, so you don't rush it. 1, 2. So hopefully you played that one in time with me. You can always rewind the video if you've not managed. We're now going to look at the other cello part, the slightly harder cello part, again at D in a box. Now your part this time just slightly more complex. So 2, 4 in a bar, and this time I want you to think 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1. Sorry, I've said it wrong. 1, 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4. You'll notice that this bit's tied just like the other time. So this time your rhythm would be fish and chips and cottage pie, and fish and chips and cottage pie. So we'll start it nice and slow at D in a box, and then we'll try it a bit faster. So this is D in a box. And chips and cottage pie, and fish and chips and cottage pie, and cottage pie, cottage pie, cottage pie, cottage pie. So if you look at letter E, it'll be the same. So it doesn't matter which part you're playing, it should be the same as you've just played at letter D. So this is the slightly harder part. This is E in a box now, so play along. Fish and chips and cottage pie. Then it interrupts. And those little tiny extra notes in there, you have to barely touch them. So that would be the 4th bar of letter E. Just, you've got a wee E on the D string, going to a B on the A string. Just brace your fingers across both strings and a little touch on the D string, but you're not really trying to play it. You're almost trying to sort of touch it by accident. Listen again. So it's almost like you've made a mistake. So for once, that sounds good. Right, so what we need to do now is to jump on and just have a quick look at letter G in a box. Letter G in a box is the same for all the cello parts. Basically it's quiet, it's staccato, and we're accompanying the main melody, which by the way is beautiful. If you've not heard it, please listen to it, it's lovely. So we've got these things that we call brush strokes. It's where you just very gently stroke the cello, and it's not to be hard, it's a nice light effect. So you want to keep your arm, your right hand, really, really loose when you play this. And it's about this speed. So if you can do vibrato because you want it to sound nice. And if it's got any dynamics, do them. So as I say, just keep your hand nice and relaxed, so on. Okay, so we're going to just look at the next little bit now. Letter J for Jackie. This is the main theme. I'll do the grade 5 to 8 cello part first. Tenor clef, please notice. You've got harmonic A. And then the next bit is very similar. Do just double check, if you've printed this out from the scan that we've got, just double check that the last line on this page 1 has actually printed, because that was a little thing that I fell into. I discovered I didn't have an L in the box, because although the line existed on my download, it didn't exist when I printed it out, it vanished. So just in case you've happened to not have the same number of lines of music as everybody else, do double check. The other cello part, going from Jai in a box. You've got the tune as well. It drops in octaves to give a certain richness in the orchestra, so do play it out beautifully as well. It is marked 40, so we need to hear it. It's very important. So it's the same so far. Then we need the low notes at this point. Whole octave lower. Going on, this is L in a box. Then you get to M in a box, which is exactly the same as the beginning. So you're back to your rest, rest. Rest, rest. And just make sure you stay in time. Every cello section in the world rushes pizzicato, so we're not going to do that. And then you go back at letter O to either it's an elephant or take a llama for a walk, depending on which part you're playing. It's exactly the same as what you've just done though. We're going to ignore the next bit. Letter Q should be the same as your fish and chips and cottage pie, or fish, chips, cottage pie. So it's the same as letter D. And then at letter S, you have your nice light staccato notes that we had at G in a box. But this time you're going to have them loud. So this time you can really sing them out, and again as before, lots of vibrato but just a bit louder, so move the bow down to the louder bit of your cello, louder down, and it's got big accents, so play that as if your life depends on it. I also wanted to point out just letter V. I'm going to start one bar before letter V. On this slightly harder cello part, the tune seems to change here, so it was just to say watch this bit. So this is one bar before letter V for Vectra. Okay, just to watch that, because it's not what you think it's going to be. You think it's going to be different notes. So if you're still with me, that's good. We're now going to play from V to the end, all together. Doesn't matter what cello part you're playing, we're going to go from V to the end. So here we go, V itself to the end. 2, 1, 2, 3 Fs. Then you go W. I missed this on my own recording, by the way, that high note. So you've got a G. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have a G, high B, and then G. And I promise you I missed that one, but I got most of the other notes. So happy listening to this, and join us and send us your recording. Even if it's not perfect, you're just human like the rest of us. There's so many notes that I've missed in it, and I don't care. It's a brilliant piece. I'm just delighted to be involved. So take care of yourselves. Have a lovely summer, even if we're missing you at SScOT, and we are missing you. We just wish we were there this week with you all. And get your recordings done on Saturday to send to us. We can't wait to hear them all, get them together, and hopefully do a big collage of them. That would be just fantastic. And I hope to see you at the next Play Away Day. Take care of yourselves. Bye.